guys, this is Comic Uno and Comic Frontline, and today I'm doing a series/season review for a TV show called Owlgirl. Haven't done one of these in a while. I know I did a couple on Dark Avenger Inc. I think the last one I did was for Once Upon a Time, and I think it was like season 1, and that's it I did. But usually have more time to binge shows during January break and during the summer, so I tend to do more binge reviews. And I like reviewing things season by season, especially if you, I'm not saying I don't like this show, you'll have to see, but especially if you don't like a show, it's easier to review it there. Episode by episode, it's hard to review a show that you don't like. At least season by season, you can just give the overall grade of if it was a good show or not. Again, episode by episode, it's a little harder to give the overall picture of how the show is. But I love episode by episode reviews too, because you get to speculate to see what happens next. But season by season reviews are awesome, and I'm glad I could do them every once in a while. And hopefully I binge even more shows throughout this January break. And if you guys want me to binge any shows, please tell me in the comments below, and maybe I'll review it here on Comic Frontline. But let's talk about Owlgirl. Now, Owlgirl is actually started out as a TV movie, which I saw about a year ago. I didn't know there was a TV show until I was like, oh, let's search Owlgirl. How's that movie doing? And then I found out there's a TV show. I was like, oh, cool. I'll watch these 5 episodes. So Owlgirl, like I said, started as a movie. It's very much like Private Benjamin, but for British people. So it's a BBC show, BBC movie, and it's about this girl who's not privileged. I would say Private Benjamin was about a privileged girl, but it's about a girl that needs to find herself in life, and she's gone to, she hasn't found the right friends, and she hasn't found the right path in life, and she finds the army, and she ends up becoming a medic and going into war. And where she goes into war is where the show goes. She just finishes basic training in the movie, but in the show we find out what it's like to be in war and be part of the British Army. So we get to see her go through a lot of things, and there's 3 characters that I think they focus on most, which is Bossman, her boss, who she has a love interest with, and Smurf, who's not really her love interest, but he likes her. And he's the guy that she had sex with once, and they weren't really friends, they butted heads, and then they became best of friends. And a lot of great romance stories happen because of that, and there's a good balance between going back home, dealing with what happens with you being in the army and feeling different when you go home, dealing with the battlefield and dealing with your platoon and your friends that you make there. I think they do very well. So the question is this a little preachy? And I think that was my biggest complaint about the movie, was that it was a bit preachy. And I gotta say, the show is a bit preachy. It's very much, oh, like you should join the army. It's a bit preachy because of that. It's on the BBC, which is actually a government-funded channel, so it makes sense. But I think this is a really well-done TV show, and I would really like to see how this TV show would have been done in America and see the different perspectives we would get on American TV show. I hope it could be brought to America, but let's hope for a season 2 for Owlgirl. But I think the biggest thing I like about this show is the main character. She drives the show, and her name's Private Dawes, and sure, her attitude really drives the show. And even though I think the romantic plot could have been better, I want to learn more about the whole platoon as a whole and not just the romantic love interest. I do think those 2 characters were very solid for who they are, and when things happen to them, which I don't want to spoil, when things do happen to them, you care for these 2 characters, and they add the Dawes' family really well. A portion I liked about the movie was the family, and kind of that they weren't the perfect family, but they still care for her. And you really see that shine throughout this series, and how Dawes deals with feeling different when she goes home because she's been in war and she's seen things that she hadn't seen before. So I think they do a great job with character building and just getting into Dawes' head, and having a female role in this position that you just usually don't see in like an army movie or army TV show. And I think that's a very strong point, because it's just something I haven't seen in television. That's why I'm really curious how this would be depicted in an American audience, and if they would ever make this into an American TV show. So overall, I think this is a really fun TV show. Again, a bit preachy. I could have done less with the romances and just seen more of the platoon as a whole, but I really did enjoy the show, and if Series 2 does come out, I definitely will be watching it. So Our Girl for me gets 3.5 stars. Hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely recommend the show if you like the army, government type stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic UNO and the Random Situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.